It's been about a month since D-Day. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do. People tell you recovery is slow, but nobody warns you about how mechanical it feels. I wake up, go through the day, talk about empathy and self-awareness, and yet half the time I still feel like I'm acting in a play about a good person instead of being one. He says he's numb now. I believe him. The first couple of weeks after disclosure, we were practically glued together. Hysterical bonding, crying, clinging, having sex like we were trying to erase what happened. I mistook that for healing. I thought if I poured enough effort into him, I could patch the hole I'd blown through his chest. But now it's quiet. Too quiet. He moves through the house, polite but distant, and the silence is worse than his anger ever was. The thing that guts me most is realizing how much I depended on him. Not just financially, though that too. I used to tell myself I stayed because I couldn't manage alone with the kids, that I needed him to hold the pieces together. But now that I've landed a good job and could technically stand on my own 2 feet, I see how much of our marriage was built on needing him to make me feel safe, even while I was the one destroying that safety. I tell myself I cheated because I was lonely, that he'd stopped noticing me, that I'd lost myself in motherhood, that I just wanted to feel alive again. But that's not the truth. The truth is, I couldn't stand looking in the mirror and seeing someone ordinary. The affair made me feel special for a while, powerful even. Then D-Day turned that illusion into ash. I feel detached from everything. Him, the kids, even my job that I work so hard for. Maybe it's the medication dulling me out. Maybe it's guilt. When he looks at me, I can see him trying to find pieces of the woman he thought I was, and I can't help him because she's gone. I killed her. Lately, it's like something just shut off inside me. It's terrifying. 1 week I was fully engaged, crying, fighting for our relationship, being present. Now it's just blank. I cry at weird times, feel nothing during others. There's no spark of joy, no passion. I'm just drifting on autopilot. I feel like a ghost in my own house. I used to look at him and see my protector, my home, my anchor. Even during the worst fights, I'd still reach for him. But now it's like there's this wall. I can't feel the same pull toward him. I thought it was medication, or maybe exhaustion. But deep down, I think I broke something too deep in him. He still does the family things, bedtime stories, soccer practice, fixing what's broken around the house. And I keep thinking, he deserves better than this half-hearted version of a wife trying to atone. I tell my therapist that I want to stay, that I love him, but deep down I think I'm clinging to the idea of redemption, not the marriage itself. Sometimes at night I lie awake beside him, and I remember the look on his face the night he found out, the sound he made when he realized I'd betrayed him. I've never seen that kind of grief up close before. I know there's no apology big enough. I wish I could undo it, but I can't. All I can do is live with what I've done and try not to waste whatever time we have left, even if that time ends with him walking away. Part 2. 3 years later, we didn't make it. People assume that if a couple survives the first year after an affair, they're in the clear. That's a lie. The real death comes slowly, quiet, polite, 1,000 tiny cuts disguised as getting back to normal. We had good months, even laughter, vacations, birthdays, family dinners. But every time life got hard, that old wound reopened. He'd never say it outright, but I could feel it. The distrust, the walls, the way love turned into careful tolerance. We became roommates who shared a history. The kids grew up seeing us cooperate, but never really connect. I told myself we were doing fine, that stability mattered more than passion, that the affair was behind us. I convinced myself I was lucky he stayed. Then last weekend, I watched him handle everything while our daughter melted down and our son refused to do his chores. He moved through the chaos with calm authority, getting everyone settled, making dinner, turning the house peaceful again. I just stood there feeling small. When I thanked him before bed, he smiled, said goodnight, and that was it. For him, it was an ordinary evening. That used to be my role, his partner, his equal. Now he didn't need me for anything. He had grown into someone strong and self-contained, while I'd spent years trying to prove I was worth forgiving. He finally found peace, and I wasn't part of it. Before bed, I said thank you. Just a passing comment. Thank you so much for handling everything today. I don't know what tonight would have looked like without you. I didn't mean it as some deep revelation, just gratitude. He smiled, said goodnight. I didn't think anything of it, but something about that night changed him. The next morning he was lighter, like he'd finally found peace. And not the kind of peace that says, we're getting better. The kind that says, I'm going to be okay even if I let go. I've cried myself to sleep more times than I can count, out of guilt, grief, shame. But that night I didn't cry. I just laid there wondering if he had finally found what I'd taken from him all those years ago. His own worth, his own center. He doesn't look at me with hate. He doesn't fight anymore. But I don't think he sees me as his person anymore either. I thought about how I'd stayed for the kids. I told myself I was sparing them the pain of divorce. But really I was sparing myself the guilt of breaking the family twice. The truth is, he rebuilt our home on his own, and I just occupied space in it. The next morning I packed a bag and went to my sister's for a few days. When I told him I needed time, he didn't argue. He said he understood and hoped I'd find what I was looking for. That was the kindest thing he could have said, and the final confirmation that reconciliation was over. It's strange, after years of begging him to forgive me, the quiet goodbye hurt less than I expected. Maybe because I finally understood that forgiveness doesn't mean you get the person back. It just means they stop letting your betrayal control them. He deserved the peace he fought for. I ruined enough of his life. I won't ruin his freedom too. The kids are grown now, and I see the way they light up when they talk about their dad. Steady, patient, dependable. I'm proud of him, even from a distance. People ask if reconciliation is worth it. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. For us, it was 3 years of trying, learning, breaking, and finally letting go. The marriage didn't survive, but he did. And maybe in the end, that's the only good thing I managed to give him.